What is going on, guys? It's Phil, aka Hyperskills. Welcome to my first episode of career mode. I decided to go with Burnley for my first one because it's a pretty good team and the transfer budget isn't too bad. The difficulty at the start is professional, but don't worry, I'll put it up to world class once my FIFA skills get better. It's because I've not been playing it recently, and I decided that I should start a series on my channel, so career mode I thought was the best one to do because it's the most entertaining in my opinion. I would do Ultimate Team, but the only problem with that is the market's dead, and I'll just wait till FIFA 14 to do that. So during the summer I'll just be doing career mode. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get into it. In this career mode, I think my main objective is to probably just like buy a couple of players and loan mostly, because the transfer budget is pretty small in this team. I don't want to do what most people do and go and buy like the best players like Messi and Ronaldo. I think I'm gonna start with the youth players and build my way up, because there's no point buying all the best players in the world, because if you want to do that you might as well just go play Ultimate Team, because I think that's what that's made for. So I decided to make a couple of reels and I'll put them up on the screen right about now. My first reel is if I win the game more than 5-0, I'll increase the difficulty. So if right now, since it's a professional, if I win the game now 5-0, I'll put it up to world class. So if I win the game in world class, I'll put it up to legendary. So that's my first rule. My second rule is that I'm not allowed to buy more than 10 players in one season for this team. The only reason I've done that is so I won't really mess up the structure of the team, and I'll be able to keep some players that were already there initially, which will make this a bit more of a challenge. Those are the only rules I can think of right about now, so if you guys have any suggestions, just leave it down in the comments below and I'll try and add it into the series before it's over. As you guys can see right now, I'm just checking through the squad, looking at all the players I've got, the good ones I've got, and like I'm looking at this pace and sprint speed, because it's pretty good to have fast players in your team, because the faster the players you have in your team, the faster you can break, I think, in my opinion. As you guys can see, we're going to be making our first signing of this career mode, and the player is called Juan Fran. He plays for Real Madrid and he's 23 and he's a pretty good player. I've had him on my other career mode, which I started on my Xbox, but this is on my computer, so hopefully we'll be able to perform good again. Although his market value is 1.1 million, I put in a bid for 550,000 on the player, just so I can be able to conserve as much money as I can, because I want this money to stretch, because I probably won't be making any money for quite some time. The only money I think I'll probably make next is from like if I win a cup, and the chance of that right now is probably slim, so hopefully I'll be able to conserve enough money to be able to buy some other players. Now that I've seen all the players that I've got on my team, I decided to put in a player called Ings. Theoretically he should be a really good player because he's got good ball control and he's got good sprint speed, so I was going to take a gamble on him and put him on for our next game. But before we get into our first game, I was looking through the team and noticed that our keeper is pretty old, and I think he's 37, so I was thinking how about I'll be able to buy a new keeper, but the thing is I didn't want to spend too much money, so I decided to go with a free agent keeper. As I was looking through, the only player that I thought that was good enough for the team was Pal. Although he was 25, I think his overall wasn't too bad considering he was just a free agent keeper, so I decided to sign him. And there was my second signing of this season, so I'm only allowed to sign 8 more players. We complete the signing of our keeper Pal, and we get into our first game against Spartak Moscow. I want to apologize because weirdly in this game I didn't have the HUD, so you couldn't see the score or couldn't see the stamina or anything on it, but hopefully next time the game won't glitch out again. As the game kicks off, Spartak Moscow are able to pass the ball around me and break down my defense quite easy. That's the rustiness of my FIFA skills, don't worry, it won't be this bad. And luckily Mills is able to recover and get the ball out of the box, and instantly Ings gives the ball away with his bad first touch. That's the reason I wasn't really sure if I was going to play him or not, and luckily the shot from McGeady goes wide. One tip I give to players that are struggling to be able to win games is slowly attack and don't rush it, because if you do you might end up making this mistake and they'll be able to counter. And I think this right here is the gruffiest goal you'll ever probably see on FIFA. Really lucky, Ings is able to take a header, hits the keeper, and the rebound bounces into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And that is the end of the first half, only a 1-0 lead. Hopefully we'll be able to build onto that in the second half. And straight from the kickoff we're able to get a nice little ball into Ings, who's in the right place at the right time to make it 2-0. So I guess this gamble is actually paying off because he's able to get 2 goals in this game. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the game. 2 goals by Ings. I think they were pretty lucky, both of them. So this is the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see the next episode, just subscribe and you'll receive a notification each time a new video comes out. If you liked it, leave a like. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.